With Yasser Arafat grabbing the 8th fifer of his one-day career, Sussex Sharks moved into the top 4 of Group B of the Royal London One Day Cup after they defeated Somerset by 7 wickets with 4 overs to spare on a rain-affected day in Taunton. Initially reduced to 44 overs per side, the toss was an important one, and after Ed Joyce won it, Yasser Arafat bowled Marcus Trescothick with his very first ball with a score on 3. It was an amazing start for the bowler, who then trapped Peter Trigo in front with his second delivery. Trigo surprised to be given out for a golden duck after hitting back-to-back centuries in his last 2 innings. After 5 overs and 1 ball, the rain returned and the match was reduced again to 33 overs per side, with Somerset left to get a move on, while the rest of the country saw Big Bertha ruin their matches. At least the worst of the weather moved away from the southwest, and knowing that a win would almost guarantee Somerset a place in the knockout stages of this 50-over competition, Colin Ingram and Nick Compton batted brightly, adding 96 runs for the 3rd wicket before the pair were parted in the 20th over. Within that, Compton had a moment of fortune when his defensive shot off Chris Liddle saw the ball hit the stumps but not hard enough to knock off the bails. Ingram struck the first 6 of the match in over number 19 with a slog sweep off Will Beer, but he did lose Compton at the other end after he was able to get to 42 when he was removed by Liddle, who won the LBW decision to leave the hosts on 99 for 3. Ingram remained and got to his 3rd 50 of this competition in the same Liddle over, this one being made off 57 deliveries, this being his 6th 4 to go with his 1 maximum. The South African is having a fine competition. 58 runs came off the next 7.5 overs, with James Hildreth producing a much-needed innings for his team, but he lost Ingram for 72 when he turned for a 2nd run, only to be comfortably beaten by Liddle's throw from long leg. Ingram left with the total on 157 for 4, with 6 overs remaining. Somerset certainly didn't make the most of those. Alex Sparrow was eventually bowled by Yasser Arafat, the batsman rather unlucky to go first ball. And after Lewis Gregory had thumped a delivery from Lewis Hatchett down the ground for 6, he gave Yasser Arafat his 3rd wicket by just touching a reverse pull on the ball's way to Ben Brown behind the stumps. Yasser Arafat ended with the fine figures of 5 for 36 from 7 overs by removing both Tim Groenewald and Craig Macheda in a final over that brought 3 wickets and cost only 1 run, as Somerset had to settle for a total of 193 for 8 from their 33 overs, Hildreth making a run a ball 42. Duckworth and Lewis decided that from the same amount the Sharks needed to make 189 runs to win for the 3rd time from 6 games, and Chris Nash and Luke Wright got them off to an explosive start. Nash struck a 6 in the 4th over and Wright matched him in the 6th, as the visitors were soon scoring their runs at around 10 per over. There was no doubt that Sussex had the best of the conditions, but they still needed to chase down this target to keep their dreams of getting on the road to Lords alive. These two gave them a great chance by knocking off 86 of the runs in the first 10 overs. Right at the end of over number 10, Nash was out for 30, Barrow reacting very quickly behind the stumps to run the batsman out. It was an important moment, as the Sharks then lost 2 more wickets in the next 2.5 overs. On 42, Wright lobbed a catch back to the bowler Jack Leach, before Craig Kachopa was out for 5 in the spinner's next over. Gregory with the catch after the ball swirled around in the increasing wind. It was a good take in the end. That wicket left the visitors on 95 for 3, having lost 3 wickets for 9 runs, but only 94 more were required off the remaining 20 overs, and in this day and age that is, more often than not, a walk in the park. And it was on this occasion, as Matt Machin and Joyce easily took their side home. Both had time to get their eyes in before playing their shots, which mostly came after they'd taken the target down to 54 off the last 10 overs. Duckworth Lewis certainly working in their favour. 3-4s came off the 28th and 29th overs to make this an easy enough chase in the end. A big wide from Groenewald sending the Sharks over the line with 4 full overs still left. Joyce made 46 off 49, and with Machin adding 47 off 52 balls, Sussex made 189 for 3 after 29 overs, giving them a 7-wicket win, a result which takes them into the top 4 of their group, ahead of their next game under the Canterbury Lights against group leaders Kent on Wednesday. Somerset stay second in the group and will know that a win over Glamorgan at home on Tuesday should be enough to see them qualify for the quarter-finals in spite of this loss.